Karen.
And I'm Bethany with JP Parker Flowers.
And we are here to show you a few tips about arranging flowers, either for centerpieces or...
I'll be making a bridal bouquet.
I'm going to show you how to make a simply elegant little arrangement with a bubble bowl, a little bit of gold wire, and a rose. We have done this several times at weddings and events. They're great for cocktail tables, but they can also be used as centerpieces too. But look how simple this is. There you go, and you are done. A lot of times at events, people like to use candles, and the trio vases are one of the most popular ideas that we have, but we've dressed it up a little bit. So in this particular vase, we have added a piece of ruscus greenery. It just adds some interest besides the candle to your vase. In this vase, we've added trick, which kind of looks like moss, and verbena, a little bit of purple. There's some color. And in this vase, we've added a little bit of limonium, again, a little bit of purple, along with the gold. The next centerpiece that we're going to do is in a 5-inch cylinder vase. And I have gridded the top of it with 2 pieces of clear tape one way and then the other, just like a tic-tac-toe, and also taped around the edges, and this just helps keep the flowers in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start inserting some flowers. When I insert, I'm going to be creating teepee effect, and this also helps the flowers stay in place. This is green trick. I'm going to put a green hydrangea in the center. And then I'm going to add, I like to add the same type of flower in first. This is a dahlia, burgundy dahlia. I have a little bit of a light lavender. This is a lavender lisianthus. Just brings a different texture, and I love texture in floral arrangements. Some different greens in too. So notice how we can tuck right into the trick there. This is a blue thistle, just giving a different texture again. Do you notice the teepee that's forming at the bottom? Do you see? So if we keep crisscrossing our flowers like that and our greens, it just helps them to stay in place better. This is status. This is something that can be grown locally. This just happens to be a pink status. That's kind of a mauvey pink, so it goes well with the purples in the arrangement. I just think you can bring in all kinds of colors together, but yet it still has a unified look to it. Thank you very much, and if you would like to check out JP Parker's website, it's www.jpparkerco.com. We would love to hear from you, and let us know if you made an arrangement, and you can show us what you've done. Thank you.
Today we're going to make a bridal bouquet. I'm going to do a semi-garden-y style versus a tight round or a large, lush garden style. This style seems to be the most popular right now, so I thought this would be a good idea for all you fellas at home. Usually start with something that already has laterals, kind of breaks that up, gives me a way to cross my stems, which helps hold the bouquet when I'm holding it for a long period of time. I'm gonna start, these are red hanging amaranthus. We grow this out at our farm, and I'm gonna start with actually these two pieces right here. Kind of crossing them like this. I'm gonna start with holding them in my hand. Next, I like to do a bunch of greenery. I'm gonna start with a silver dollar eucalyptus, these round leaves. This is one of our most common greenery. Most of my bouquets, they really just become what they're gonna be. I start out with a vision and an example, but I like to let the flowers tell me how they're going to fit into this bouquet. These are trick. Also could be a hydrangea, it could be a green hydrangea, like a larger flower. This gives me a good base. Plus these are good to hold flowers in place, and they're not really beautiful flowers, they're just good for the texture, so they go at the bottom. Kind of use our fingers a little bit. I'm gonna hold these apart for right now. Then I'm going to add a different kind. This is a spiral eucalyptus or a baby euc, pretty common, really good for texture, and it smells great. And all the while, we're gonna pull these up a little bit. So again, we are building our nest, our base, and then we can build on top of that. Is a spider mum. I'm really a fan of these. I think this will add a nice pop of white in here. And again, we're doing our triangle shape. Every bridal bouquet will have a distinct front for all the crowd to see. I usually do it with the front away from me, but when we wrap, we'll decide which side is presentation style the best, and we'll put our ribbons on there. This is a status, it's a really nice filler. Also a farm-grown flower, which is always nice when we can put some of our hard work from the field into a bouquet. This is a really awesome flower. It also dries really well. This is a scabiosa pod. It's gonna add some really cool texture into our bouquet. And these are tulips. They're constantly growing in and out of water. They'll be twice as big as they are tomorrow than they are today. So I like to kind of bury those a little bit because they are gonna get fuller and they will expand. And then before I call this complete, I'm gonna look it all over, give that more rounded shape, and then we're gonna look down the bottom, make sure that we don't have any flowers sunk in that don't need to be pulled or adjusted. This tulip has fallen, so we're gonna pull that out. Next thing we're gonna do is tape. This is a green oasis tape. To make sure that this is nice and smooth. The next thing I do is I'm going to hold with two hands And I'm gonna determine where I want to cut. And then I think we're ready to put ribbons. To my 1 inch, I am going to be twisting and kind of giving an eye on what spot I think is going to be the most pleasing. I actually think this position right here is going to be the best. I have a very clean, even bottom. It went around a full 360. Not every designer does this, but I like to make a little bow at the bottom. Until it holds that in place. And then we have like a nice triangle shape right here. And then we're just gonna take, with our ribbon cutting scissors, kind of fold that out, make that look nice. And then we're just gonna cut at an angle. This is my semi-gardeny bridal bouquet. This is coming to you from JP Parker Flowers. So nice to decorate this bouquet with you. Thanks. Love to come and chat. Come see us again anytime soon.